Hello, hello, good evening. And some of you may have been surprised, but we are starting early for Speed Night Saturdays tonight because at 11 o'clock it's going to be F1 and we wouldn't want anyone to miss the first qualifying session of the year. So the server will be opening at around 10 o'clock tonight. So we're just waiting for the go. Quick mic check. Right, so I left my ring light off again, but yeah, might as well just do it naturally this time. So it's almost 10 o'clock, time check 9:59, and tonight we are going for the Ferrari F2004. That's the 2004 Formula 1 car from Ferrari back in the day. Back in the day when V10 engines were the standard. Quite a music that thing makes. And Michael Vincent Velasquez, big W for the LOR team to move the SNS earlier. Yes, definitely. And sorry for the short notice, but yeah, everyone wants to watch F1, so we wouldn't want to miss that. And going to check on the Discord. By the way, the password is on our Discord channel as always. So if you want to join us tonight, make sure you are in our Discord channel. It's in the description below. And at the same time, for this mod, you will require the Ferrari Pack DLC, which is available on Steam. But the track is part of the base content. Only the car is required for the DLC. I mean, only the car is required for the DLC. Did I get that right? But anyway, let's get the show on the road. Right, so we are joining in the server right now. And bear in mind, these cars didn't have the slick tires that we know today. These had grooved tires, which are not as grippy as pure slick tires, but they're still grippy enough. Also, I believe those groove tires also come with the advantage of when the track becomes wet, it doesn't become that hard to drive as compared to driving a full slick tires. So anyway, we are in the server right now. Michael Vincent apparently may have realized he still has the Italian flag, or he's probably sticking with the Italian flag because we are here in Imola, the Tifosi. Right, so server up. Right, so fixed setup as always. We have soft tires. Anyway, it's just a short race. But I think the soft tires last quite a while back in the day. And oh boy, this is going to be loud. It might be loud on my TV, so I'm going to have a quick test drive already. Okay, it's alright, but I think you can hear it through the headset, so I'm going to put down the speaker volume a little on my end. And I did say speaker because I do not have the game sounds on my headset in case it's needed for communications. Pretty much similar to real life. Car sounds aren't coming from a sort of headset anyway. And yes, these cars came with traction control because they were allowed, I think, back in 2001 or 2002. They were allowed again in the middle 2000s, and then they were banned again, I think, in the 2009 season. Not sure what the regulations, or rather the FIA was thinking back in the day. They suddenly re-allowed back traction control in the early 2000s. When in 1994 they banned such electronics. Maybe it's because F1s at this time were reaching around 900 horsepower. That's a lot of power to deal with. Look at those brakes. I mean, this is a very light car. No ABS, but no problem. I think the cars of early 2000s weighed only at around 600 kilos. That's very light. And these cars, these F1 cars of the time were quite smaller compared to the F1 cars of today. Tire temperatures are perfect. Now we just have to find the right lines. Quite a sound it makes. Can we disable traction control? Oh, yes we can. So the default's at 4. It's not that bad, but let's see how it does without it. And no DRS back in the day too. It's all raw engine power in these cars. Whoopsie. Got a little too fast there. Car's not bad even without traction control though. Whoops! Gotta avoid that curve though. Tire temperatures are all over the place. Gotta cool them down a little. 13 minutes remaining in the free practice session. Well, what better way to hype up F1 tonight with an F1 Speed Night Saturdays? Gonna try a different view. This view I loved back in the day, with all that fish eye effect. It's also a good view for gamepad users, but not exactly ideal for wheel users anymore, except for I think the F1 games. And this one here is the Gran Turismo view. Not exactly ideal for this game though. Oh, downshift protection, come on. try traction 5. Oh, traction control 5 is perfect. Not enough downforce on that corner to take it flat out. Gotta really lift it a little there. much fun car to drive. Right, so tires are worn. Let's check on some comments first. Gotta get out of the track before the process. Right. Quite a fun car to drive. Oh, that sound. Alright, so I'm going to check on my fan page and YouTube to see if we have any comments, shout outs we're going to make, etc. etc. None on my fan page, kinda quiet there. And it's quiet on YouTube, so it's all on Racecast tonight. 2 minutes remaining in the practice session. It's not going, might not be enough to give us some more hot laps. Probably want to do it in the qualifying session this time. This car has a lot of downforce that you could exploit. Traction control 6, we're happy with that definitely. Five people in the server, myself included. Gonna take a little breather here. It's just less than 2 minutes. Practice remaining. Gotta love that sound when it passes by the start finish. Gonna ride with someone. And we're going to use the TV cam. No, not the TV cam. Trackside cameras, that's correct. Just enjoy the sound of this car. What a sound! That V10. Somebody bring back the V10s in Formula 1 already. But it's unlikely because of fuel efficiency. Yeah, and all in the name of efficiency, I think. But still, today's Formula 1 cars can be just as quick as the Formula 1 cars of the mid 2000s. Thanks to slick tires, that's one, the modern aerodynamics, and then you have the energy recovery systems, which give these cars some power boost coming out of corners. And then you also have DRS for the long straights. Alright, so we're going into the qualifying session shortly. 15 minutes in the qualifying session, so it's now 10:20. So 15 minutes will give us up until 10:35 to qualify. And then assuming with the wait times applied, we'll probably have a race started by 10:40. And then it's a 20-minute single race. And then we should all be done before 11. Enough time for everyone to go and watch F1 qualifying session. Actually, I think it's just Q3. No, Q1 to begin with. Q3 will be later on before midnight Singapore Manila time. Most tracks are better on open wheel than GT. It's like you have to work more. Well, that's at least for me though. So the part time for qualifying is at 20.6, 120.6. Let's see if we could get that time. Feels like you can trust the traction control much more. Ooh, that speed! Bring back the V10s, please! Whoa, lost a lot of time there. Not good, I'll be in Michael Vincent's dirty air. What a car this one. Paul Esguerra, magandang gabi idol. Good evening to you as well. Hope you can join us if you have a set of Forza. This car. Oof. Well, that should be good. 119.5. That downforce, you really gotta feel it and then make the most of it. That's what made these cars so special back in the day, but I think the track is much faster. We have a 14 km/h wind, although I do not know what direction relative to the track. Unlike in Gran Turismo 7 where you have the track map and then you have the direction where the wind is going. So it's easy to determine where the wind is pushing against. Crisco currently on P2, but Michael Vincent's the one to watch out for. I think he's really good on open wheel cars. I remember seeing him first time from last year. I think it was the Bahrain, around this time last year as well. The Bahrain the Bahrain race. I think we were using the Lotus Exos 125, and he was quick on that race. Gotta love how sim racers have their own taste as well. Like, there are sim racers who are strong in open wheel, high downforce cars. Some are strong in GT cars, in Assetto Corsa Competizione. There are others who are good in street cars, front wheel drive cars, touring cars. So much flavor in sim racing, and which is why I try my best to just race anything as much as possible. Race whatever's on the table. But my favorites are prototype cars, personally. So 7 minutes in the qualifying session. Michael Vincent is just in the pit, so I think Chris Cole is trying to get the best lap possible. I haven't tried an open wheel car yet on GT7 though, but as far as I know, the aero model is kinda exaggerated. Like, there's so much downforce at higher speeds. So much more downforce, so much more grip on those tires. You can just feel it on the Le Mans prototype cars on that game. Anyway, let's enjoy the sound once again. The V10 Formula Cars. These were the Formula 1 cars I grew up with watching on TV. The likes of Mika Hakkinen, Michael Schumacher, and the early days of Fernando Alonso. I think Fernando Alonso was the last driver to win the championship on the V10s before they switched into the V6 back in 2006. But the V8s, no, no, correction, not V6, V8 back in 2006. They changed into the V6 turbos in 2014. But the V8s were not sounding that terrible yet. They were still good. They were still sounding like Formula 1 should have been. Until the turbos came on 2014. That was the most drastic change to date in F1. Happy gaming, Idol, from Paul Esguerra. Happy gaming to you too as well. Yeah, just enjoy gaming. Enjoy racing. And of course, later on, for the F1 fans out there, enjoy F1 later. It's going to be the first qualifying session of the year. So this is where all sandbags are off. Every car, every team, every driver will now show its true potential, its true colors. Because I do not trust the preseason tests. It's all about the first qualifying session and the first race. Because it's in the qualifying session where the raw speed comes in, but it will be in the race where the reliability comes into play. The longer term strategies, the longer term plays will come into play. Like, sure, your car can be fast in one lap, but if it becomes drastically slower 10 laps later, that's a different story. Wow, I gotta love that sound. Okay, so I'm going to be silent first, and take a full lap just to enjoy the sound. Sounds quite kinda weird on the third person cam, but that's probably because of the exhaust at the back end, making the sound a little bit more dynamic. Anyway, shout out to Nelson Chavez de Cia III, commenting on my Luis Moreno Sim Racing fan page, Engine ASMR. I'm not sure what that abbreviation means though, but greetings to you. Thank you for stopping by the stream there. Still quiet on YouTube, so I'm going back to Racecast. Less than a minute remaining in the qualifying session. Michael's still in the pits. I'd expect him to set a quick time. But maybe he's going to do a 4 to first challenge. Let's see. Because these cars, although they have so much downforce, but you make one mistake and that's it. Aldo with a 120.9 quick time right there. Corey just made it on time, but he's got a minute remaining. Oh, wait. I think he will be able to set one flying lap. Let's see. The sound isn't 100% right to the point realistic because there are times when, like at the exit of Rivatsa before the long start-finish straight, the car sounds like those mid-90s F1 for a second, but when the car zooms by, it just sounds right. And then you have the third person cam. Oh, that's Corey spinning. That's going to ruin his lap. But then again, that was his first time going into that section. I think it's... No, it's not Acque Minerali, is it? Yeah, I think it's Acque Minerali. Let me check on the Imola track map. Yeah, it's Acque Minerali, where Corey spun earlier. And as I was searching on Google, it just literally translates to mineral water. What a weird corner name, mineral water. Anyway, that's the qualifying session done. We have 1 minute of wait time. Time check, 10:39. Okay, so it's going to be tight. But then again, it's just going to be Q1 when F1 starts later at 11. Because the real battle is on Q3. But maybe some of the drivers will eventually, just before 11, they might pull over. So if that happens, we will pull over as well. Because I myself will also be watching F1. I do not think there is a single motorhead, single race fan not watching F1 tonight. Regardless if you are a GT fan, a Le Mans fan, a NASCAR fan, you'll always end up watching F1 because after an exciting 2021 season, there's so much more expectations into the 2022 season. And then again, there's also the new regulations. The cars look drastically different compared to 2021, so that's going to shake things up yet again. Looking forward to see McLaren maybe, like being back there on top. But then again, it's anyone's game, and you cannot just discount or discard the other teams because I'm sure they may have prepared much sooner. But anyway, 30 seconds remaining into the waiting session. Yeah, waiting session. 18,000 RPMs on this car. And here we go. Turn 1's going to be tight. Gotta be careful with that. Gonna turn down the traction control to 4. And then put it back to 7 once you're stable. Someone's got a rocket start there. I had a misshift. That's not good. Aldo's on the inside. Gotta be careful. Oh, hello there. I think I got hit. Not sure if it was Corey or Chris Cole. Thankfully, 0% damage. Let's not make another mistake. Well, we didn't make a mistake actually, other than those upshift. Speaking of, I remember back then, F1 cars also had launch control. And the launch control is not just to assist on the start, coming out of the grid, but it also assists all the way until the first corner, and that includes upshifting. Ah, we've topped out. Whoa! Quite an early braking there. Whoa! Your tires are starting to go. Gotta be careful. Yep, there goes the softs. Almost done. laps to go. Oh, they cooking. Oh. One minute to F1. Last lap. Tires are cooking. They're almost done. Whoa, those tires are done. It was a fun drive. But the tires, I think I used too much of the rear ends there. Well, that's it for tonight. F1 starting shortly, so we will wrap up the stream right away. Thanks for joining. Hang on. Enjoy F1. Right, that's it for tonight. So we're just gonna wrap up the stream tonight. It's F1 time, so I'll see you guys again. What do we have on next Friday? Nothing really to get in the way of Friday night runs as always. So I will see you guys again next week. Usual schedules: Friday night runs is midnight Saturdays. Although I'm not sure if we might change the schedules in the future, but for now it's 10:30 p. It'll always be at 10:30 Singapore Manila time. So yeah, time to go watch F1. Bye bye guys.